We've a hell of a main event, Gary Morris and Conor Dillon. We've a guy out from T-Titan, big team in the UK. Gonna come over and put on a show for us, well, so he says. Hopefully he's gonna put on a good show. And then we got Mick, Burke and Stephen Rice, two big lads who are gonna throw down from what I'm hearing from both sides, and which I'm looking forward to as well. So basically we're just gonna open up a couple of questions to the lads and see how they can throw the answers back. We open up to Mick Burke first. It's your first time fighting on Battle Zone. Yeah. I know you've been chasing a spot on the card for a long time, been hunting Andy. How have you prepared for the fight? You've been putting in much training. I know you
prepared very well. This is probably I've taken this the most. Treated this as the hardest fight I've had so far. I haven't had many now, but I know Stephen's coming off a good win as well. So I took it very seriously. Good training camp, you know.
You're going to look for a stand-up war. You change your game plan up at all from the last fight. What way are you going to look at it?
I work on all aspects of it, and whatever comes, like, you know.
Yeah.
You have nothing too specific, like. Next
up, we've got Bray fighting now at Team Titan in the UK. It's his first time over in Ireland fighting.
You know, I work on everything all the time, so I come out of a good camp, train with good guys, so I just do my best, and hopefully all comes good, and just put on a show. And if the opponent's up for it as well, then we're going to put on a great show, you know, and that's what everyone wants to see.
With the pull out of Martin Begley, did that sort of throw a spanner into the works when it came to the training camp? I know Martin's more, he likes to stand, Muay Thai guy, and you know your opponent now, he's
yeah,
judo background. And
I mean, I've been doing a lot of stand-up anyway, but like, again, you've got to do the whole game. It's MMA now, so you've got to be ready on the floor. You've got to be ready wrestling. You've got to be ready judo.
Definitely.
You've got to be ready striking. So
definitely,
that's just how it is now. You know, there ain't no old school grappler striker.
Oh yeah. It's changed now. Go across to Team France. We know we've taken the fight on a week's notice. Has he been in shape? Has he been keeping himself in shape, ready for the fight coming up? And is that the reason he was ready to take the fight on 1 week notice?
He already was supposed to fight in Scotland, and his opponent was injured. Then he's ready for this fight.
Right. With the week's notice, obviously you can't do an awful lot of background checking on Dean. But what do you know about him? How do you see the fight going from what you know of Dean?
He said he doesn't have he had game plan for the other fight, but the fact he took the fight is gonna be war.
Next up, the main event, cracking fight. Without one of the most exciting guys I've seen in a while, in Conor Dillon. High pace, goes 15 minutes all out, doesn't go on the back foot whatsoever. Fighting a judo guy who can easily put him on his ass and probably stop that high pace fight. We've all heard about these 4-hour training sessions up out the back of the house, these crazy Ironman sessions. Well, how have you trained for this fight? Like with Gary judo, and he's an all-round, he's well versed in MMA. How have you prepared for him?
First of all, I always like to keep myself well in shape, you know what I mean? First of all, and then train everything, you know, judo, wrestling, on the ground, everything. Be prepared for war, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So
and,
you've still been doing these runs every morning. You're 2 hours in the morning, then another 3 hours at night.
Has to be done, man. Has to be done.
Gary, I think you've seen his last fight. You see, he doesn't stop. He's always on the front foot. What way have you trained for this? Are you gonna try stand there with him, or are you gonna obviously not give away your game plan? But have you been stand up to?
Try the same way as always. Like, you look at the lads that we have in the club. We're well-rounded club at this stage. I know you mentioned judo a lot of times there, but judo's back in the day now. Now it's MMA. You know, it's a different sport. Train everything. Train with the hands, feet, takedowns, takedown defense, submissions, position. You have to train everything now. You know, it's not all just about judo.
Conor Dillon, Gary Morris, welcome to WHOATV for the first time. How are you feeling?
Feeling fit and ready to win.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about this chain you've got on. Obviously it's a Death Row chain, so what are you working out to at the moment? What music kind of gets you pumped up and amped to take down this man over here?
I love the old school Death Row, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's about it, you know. I listen Snoop Dogg's my favourite artist, so kind of trained to him, you know.
And do you think your sort of cage man sort of training regime is going to help you win tomorrow night?
Oh, definitely, yeah. But I think I have the skill to beat Gary, but I'll have the strength to back it up, you know, and the fitness.
And would you say this is, to date, the fight of your life?
It is the fight of my life. I don't think Gary's the toughest opponent, without disrespect to the man that I ever had, but I haven't trained like that. Every fight I train harder, as if the man was harder, even if he's not. So I'm ready to win, and I'm coming home with that belt tomorrow, without a doubt.
Okay, well, Gary, you said you want to be the face of Battlezone. I mean, how are you feeling about taking on Conor tomorrow night?
Well, a little bit different now that I'm not the toughest opponent he's fought, supposedly, you know. But training very, very hard for him now. A lot of hands, expecting him to come out swinging wild, you know. So literally just wherever it goes, I'm going to dominate. End of story. There's no two ways about it.
And was it hard for you to cut weight for today?
It's the same as always, you know. If this, how many fights now? This fight number 20, you know. So no, it's the same as always. Nothing different. Nothing different. It's you just do it, you know.
And have you got any predictions? How many rounds you're going to go? Any tactics you're going to use on this man over here?
Again, whatever happens, happens, you know. We'll see what happens, you know. Obviously, it's nice to earn the money quicker, you know. Round one, it's always nice to win. Flash knockout, submission, either way, you know.